everyone, and
Hi.
welcome back. Happy New Year.
Woo-hoo.
This is our first episode back in 2026. I can't believe it's 2026.
Crazy, my grad year, guys.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other can of worms right there. Again, if you are new here, this is the Where You Lead podcast. It's a Gilmore Girls countdown. We are a real life Lorelai and Rory to an extent. I was a teen mom. This is my now teen daughter.
Hey.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Zoe.
And we decided to put this podcast together while we plan our own grad Europe trip around the same time as Lorelai and Rory kind of plan theirs.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
So that's basically what this was about. And we are just happy to be back here. And actually in the year that we're going to be taking our trip, it's a big year. Because on top of going to Europe, we are doing a family Japan trip.
Yeah, we're going to Japan.
For Zoe's Christmas, me and her stepdad got her a trip to Japan.
What?
But it's like a family trip. It was like a group
awesome.
Christmas gift. So we're doing that in March,
Yeah, I'm very
just
excited.
before spring break. But that does not take away from the very exciting Europe trip that we are actually going to get down to planning. It is time. We can't put it off much longer. So
No, not much longer.
the plan for this evening is actually to sit and book some Airbnbs. I know we don't have a ton of listeners, but if anybody out there has traveled anywhere and has
Please let us
suggestions,
know.
we could really use some help as we are unseasoned travelers.
Yep.
So that's a whole other thing. It's the Where You Lead podcast at gmail.com, or you can comment under our videos on Spotify. But either way, we'd love to hear from anybody who has a bit more experience than us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're starting off 2026. And it's, I don't know, been an okay week so far for me. How has your week been?
My week's been good. I've been going to bed on time, which has been nice. I've been
Same.
keeping up with my skincare, which is good. Taking off my makeup every night, which is hard to do. So yeah, and school started back up, so everything seems to be going smoothly. What about you, Mama?
It's been good. I put a few things in place for fun. I don't know if they're things that will stick permanently, but so far I've been enjoying them. I made a 2026 bingo card full of just fun things that I hope to get done and maybe some tasks that I've been putting off.
That's really cool.
The other thing I made is little punch cards with things that I also want to get done, but more than once. And then at the end of punching the cards, I get a little treat for myself.
Don't punch the cards.
I'm gonna punch them. I'm gonna knock them
What
out.
did they do to you?
I'm gonna knock them out. So I bought myself a cute little hole puncher that'll keep in my purse.
What?
And yeah, so it's like read a physical book a month. Don't have a drink for a whole week.
Take a
Anyways,
shower every month.
yeah, just one shower. One shower a month. We
Which
gotta
is one more
conserve
than
that
she was
water
doing before,
to pay for this trip.
Yeah.
So I have that in
With
place.
our showers, yeah.
We like very long showers. We don't
we
like baths.
do.
We shower.
They're our safe place.
And then I made myself.
If I had a bath, I would bath.
Okay.
But I don't. And Mom has a massive frickin' jacuzzi.
It's
Massive.
not a jacuzzi. It doesn't have the jacuzzi
but it's
bubbles.
the size of a jacuzzi. And they haven't used it once since we moved in.
We have really bad water pressure. Like it would take 4 hours for the tub just to fill.
Then let's get a new faucet.
No, that's not. It's not what it's attached to. I actually don't know enough, but it's not attached.
Well,
to
I
your
know
faucet.
enough, and I know that little ass faucet can't do much.
Your little faucet.
Ah.
Another thing I've done is put together like this analog bag or this don't doom scroll bag, and it's got Sudoku and word searches, cards, dice in it, because I just spent so much time on my phone, and I put the amount of time into like an app on how much time I've spent on my phone, and it told me that can average out to 103 days a year. And I really hated that. I did not enjoy that reality check. So yeah, I think that these are some things. And also same as like Zoe, it's actually been nice because I've been going to bed a little bit earlier and finding it easier to sleep, which has allowed me to get up earlier and actually put on makeup and have my breakfast not running out the door. And I get to see Zoe before she takes
Your
off.
breakfast has been running out the door.
Yeah, I know. It takes off and I always have to chase it before I get
But
to
now you
eat
get up
it.
early enough to set up a trap.
I do. I trap that breakfast.
Tom and Jerry that breakfast.
But yeah, it's like I start work.
Instead of leaving cheese like Tom leaves for Jerry, you leave a mouse to catch the cheese for your breakfast.
Are you okay?
That's so funny, guys. Comment down below how funny that was.
Okay.
That was so funny. You get the joke?
It's a really good joke.
Okay. No, I'll shut up. No, it's okay, guys. She actually told me to shut up off camera a couple seconds ago, so I will.
I did not. I just want to be interrupted.
It's okay.
anymore.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. Keep going.
But it's been nice seeing Zoe in the morning. I'm starting to debate if that's actually true anymore.
I'm sorry. No, it's been nice, yeah, because she's been making me breakfast.
Don't get used to it.
I don't think she's ever done that. That's crazy.
That is not true.
We didn't really. It's been years and years and years since we've had breakfast in the morning near each other.
Yeah, well, we usually get up at different times.
Yeah,
but
all
when
through
you
middle
when you
school.
were a child and stuff, I did give you breakfast.
Yeah.
You just said ever. I promise when you
I think
were
when I
a
was
young
really
child,
little,
I
even
did.
in grade 5, it was just like I'd wake up, maybe have cereal. But
Yeah,
the
we
school
didn't-
always had breakfast programs.
Yeah, that was always just easier.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we've established that I'm a terrible mom that never gave you breakfast.
Die.
Die. Anyway, yeah, so those are some things that I put into place for my new year, new me. But I have ADHD and I like to hyperfixate, and then things nearly always peter off. So we'll see if they stick. But I hope they do because I feel good.
Yeah.
I've had a good week.
I've been feeling good too. There's something in the air. Change has been made.
A
Bunch of guys from my school Mika was on the phone with last night, and nope, stop. If I can't do it, you can't do it.
I was just getting you back.
If a bunch of guys last night said that they were listening to our podcast.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I made that one stupid TikTok that kind of got big, and for some reason, all of the 10,000 viewers are all from my school. Because everyone was like, I saw the TikTok with your mom. It's so weird. I don't like it because my toes are in a couple of them. And I'm not wearing makeup in any of them either. And it's not an accurate representation of me. I don't have toes out.
You
like
don't have
that.
toes?
I don't have toes. I put those in there to look normal, but it was an edit. I swear.
You just
I
edited
just
in
have
some
nubs.
toes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Technically, toes are just like 5 individual nubs.
That's philosophy with Zoe.
Philosophy. The philosophy
It
with
was
Zoe.
Philosophy. Coffee Faye.
So philosophy
So
with
we
Zoe.
are on episode 15. We left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. Christopher had come to town.
No. Oh.
So Christopher is back in town spouting sweet-sounding promises of change and betterment and wanting to stick around. And it appears everyone, even the town, is falling for it. But after a huge blow-up at Friday night dinner with all families and a stupid hookup between Christ, but it's supposed to be Christopher and Lorelai, it is revealed that he still, in fact, sucks. And it ends with him leaving as quickly as he came.
Was that AI?
No, I wrote that.
You wrote spouting?
Yes.
That's your vocabulary?
Yes.
You write like AI.
What's wrong with the word spouting?
Spouting? He's spouting.
It must be like a generational thing because that's like I use the word spouting to talk when people like are blabbing around all the time.
That's crazy. I just like such descriptive words.
Yeah, I can write.
I'm
not a moron.
Well, I know, but spouting is crazy.
Okay, anyways.
Christopher shows up gallivanting through the streets.
Spouting? I'm concerned at the fact that you think this is some giant word.
It is a giant word.
No.
It's the biggest word there is. Tell me how to spell that right now.
S-P-O-U.
No, tell me how to spell.
Oh,
Say
I
it.
just
No, I meant ask me how to spell. Like tell me
Tell me
how do you
Tell me how to spell that right now. Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you heard that right. Christopher's back in town.
Yeah, and we hate him.
Big C.
So it starts off with, well, before it even gets into Rory kind of like showing him around the town.
Yeah.
How do we feel? Because they're kind of talking within the house and he's going, well, your dad believes in me. Why don't you believe in me? Because he's sharing with Lorelai why he's back in town.
Job.
He wants to be
I'm
more
a
involved.
businessman.
What do you think about the fact that Lorelai's parents have kind of stayed in contact with him and like think so highly of him when he clearly, they love Rory so much. Mm-hmm. And as we will see, I have so many notes on how uninvolved Christopher has clearly been. The fact that they like toot this guy's horn, I feel like it just boggles my mind. And it seems like such an extra betrayal of Lorelai.
Yeah.
And that alone to me, despite all of the other crap that they have put her through, that alone to me is grounds enough for her not talking to them.
No, totally. Good point. I made note of how he's not as uninvolved as it seems. Because, no, I know. he's uninvolved. Like, he's not fucking there. We know that. But you would expect, like, they don't hear from him ever. I was surprised when Lorelai said that they hear from him weekly, at least once a week.
Yeah, he calls.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. That was more than I expected.
Okay.
I'm not tooting his horn.
I didn't think you were.
I'm saying, he calls weekly, which surprised me. But no, that wasn't my point. That was just something that shocked me, because when I pictured, they never show that being a part of the dynamic. So my understanding was, like, maybe they hear from him a month, like once every month, once every, like, couple months, because they never show, like, him on the phone with Rory or knowing anything about them whatsoever. But my thing with the parents is, I don't think, if he calls weekly, and he always has, and he's, like, staying involved with her in that way, I don't think it's weird that, especially with their parents having been such good friends and still clearly being in contact, I don't think it's weird for the parents to have contact with him, because him and Lorelai don't have, I wouldn't describe it as bad blood. It is a shitty relationship, but even him being there and saying he wants to be more involved, she's like, I've never kept you from being involved. So she clearly
That's true.
knows that he can be there for Rory to some capacity. So I don't think it's weird for the parents to be involved with him in that way. It's definitely shitty how highly they look at him. But yeah, also her dad later saying that the pregnancy and this mistake that they were talking about was a mutual mistake. Like, it's like they view him the same way they view Lorelai to an extent. In that way, it's like he's still a fuck up, but it's like they're gonna keep in contact with him, kind of thing.
Okay,
I don't think the way they praise him is fair, though.
Yeah.
You're totally right for that, and
He's
making
literally
her feel
never
bad.
given them money, it appears like, and I couldn't believe that they've lived in Stars Hollow most of Rory's life.
Yeah, and
now,
he's never been.
And he's never been.
Never. Like, where do they meet him? Do they meet him halfway? Like, that's crazy.
Does he just never come to see her?
Where does he live? Like,
he didn't know that she liked books. Like, he's like, so your mom tells me you're really into reading.
Crazy.
What do you mean?
Well,
if you're
call
talking
weekly, well, that's why I think that was a fuck up on the writer's side, because it didn't seem realistic to me. Like, genuinely, the second she said, like, that they hear from him maybe once a week, that shocked me, because I was like, oh, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
They've never mentioned it. He doesn't know anything about her. That feels like a mistake. Like, it should have been a line that was, he calls once a month, at least.
And that was another thing that if I had written the show, I probably would have written differently too. As I know Miss Patty is a big flirt, and that's just who she is. I think the townspeople would be a lot more protective of Rory and Lorelai. And I think the fact that they know that he's never around and he shows up and she's all sweet and flirty and stuff with him, I think it would have been a lot more fun if they had been a bit more like, you heard her, will, like, kill you. This is our girl too, you know, like, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that would have been really fun. I think the point of that was to show how Lorelai doesn't involve people in that part, because they're so nosy. They're describing every way he looks. They're trying to figure out any information about him. So clearly they know jack shit. And I think maybe that's the point that they were trying to make.
You're right. She might keep things pretty private.
Super secretive, because maybe it was like maybe they think it was a mutual decision. Also, I want to say the parents think so highly of him because he wanted to get married, right?
That's right?
And she was the one that declined that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to take a quick detour to the baseball game, the really pathetic baseball game.
How have you been playing? How long? For 3 hours, did they say?
Something
You're
like
playing
that.
for 3 hours, and they were both 0-0?
Yeah.
How?
Just
How
like
for a
strikeout after
softball-
strikeout after strikeout.
How sucky do you have to be?
I know.
I could do better, and I haven't played. Excuse me. I haven't played sports in years.
Ever.
No. I used to be the fastest girl in my class, and I used to get first place on sports days like years in a row.
Yeah, in grade 1.
Through at sports days at homeschooling, I did really good in. Grade 5, I got first place for sports days. And then middle school I stopped because I was insecure about my body.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. But
Give me that.
at the baseball game, what I love is the evolve
Kirk.
of Kirk.
Oh, Kirk's so funny.
They just had no idea really what to do with his character at first. And then, like, first
yeah.
he's just like the random fix-it guy. And now he's kind of this guy. And then now he comes in and he's like this sassy asshole sitting on the sidelines
the stick.
chirping everybody. And
He's funny.
Yeah,
I really, really like Kirk.
I like seeing the evolution of his character because by the end, he's just weird.
Well, and that actor's really funny. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that they took him down that route.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really enjoy him. So we are in the bookstore.
She wanted a dictionary.
What teenage girl wants the Oxford Dictionary?
It's because she needs it for studying. That's 100% it. Like for her classes.
Okay.
Because they don't like
Okay.
going on the computer. Like they
didn't-
don't clarify that. But in this moment, now that you mention it, I'm thinking it 100% is because she was mentioning how she likes to do extra credit work and all that. That girl
Okay.
is sitting there trying to find every big word she can for school.
Okay, thank you. That makes
Right?
much more sense, and I wish they would have shone a light on that
I
because I,
just
was
like to skim sometimes.
well, it's just like I know she's supposed to be a booky, nerdy girl. I'm like, that's just pathetic. No girl's dream book is
Is the fucking
frickin'
dictionary.
Oxford Dictionary, but it makes a lot more sense now because it would have been like special edition
Yeah.
Jane Austen or like
Do
something
they have
else.
do they have a computer in the house?
I don't know. Everything that she does is handwritten. Computers would have been around, but not as heavily used.
Yeah, they probably have one, but they don't show
It would have been
them using
dial-up.
it.
It
So
would have
yeah,
been-
using a dictionary or thesaurus or something.
Okay, you've
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
You changed my view.
No,
on
I
it.
thought
She
that
goes
was
to one of the
silly,
hardest
too.
schools in the country.
She wants to have a good dictionary.
Yeah,
Or to
alright.
even sit in class so that she's able to quickly find a word that they use. Yeah, because you wouldn't have your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
okay.
that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that till we were talking about
You're
it.
so smart.
Still, loser.
Loser.
Say no, Dad. Take me to get drugs.
What the-
Put that money to drugs. Yeah.
Speaking of losers, the
Loser.
fact that Christopher's parents.
Okay, yeah. So let's explain the scene.
Okay.
Yeah, so
well,
this-
I was kind of
Oh,
going.
okay.
So
They're not at dinner yet.
we
you
are
say?
at dinner.
Okay, then say
but-
that.
Okay. I was
They're
gonna,
at dinner.
I was going to get there. The fact that Christopher's parents have not seen Rory since she was a child, like a barely speaking child, and now that they're coming to this family dinner to see her for the first time in 8, like as a grandparent, I can't imagine like
They did not give a shit.
even in your situation, it still puzzles me that sperm donors, parents out there have never actually like they just left it, right?
Yeah,
And-
guys, I'm blocked on everything by my sperm donors family. It's crazy. Every new account I make, like my account now, I made maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So that's like beginning of high school. And it doesn't have my last name. It's just my first. And at the time, it was only mom following me. They scoured through my mom's following or something or looking at my name just to find my newest account and make sure everyone in the family had me blocked.
Yeah, somebody within our social media realm
Keeps an eye out
Keeps
for
an
that.
eye out for
Super weird. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah,
I do
it's-
not care.
Especially like you're a child. The fact that they're going out of their way to block you is so crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If
Leave me
any of you
alone.
happen to be listening, you're freaking losers.
You're crazy.
and batshit.
I have better things to do.
Anyway.
Also, if I'm going to contact anyone, it's going to be your kids when they're grown up. So watch out.
I'm your big sister.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Do you know what your daddy did?
oh my gosh, Zoe, stop.
I'm kidding. That's why it's funny.
But yeah, so just the fact that they haven't even, with how involved grandma is in your life and stuff, just I can't imagine going. They don't even have a bad relationship with Christopher. They don't have a bad relationship with Lorelai aside from being mad at her for what she did.
Yeah.
But they just like hate their grandkid. It's so
Like,
So
yeah,
we're-
the second they talk, because he got so triggered
Yeah.
when they mentioned her age. Because that was the start of it. It's like, she's 16, and he was like, well, that's when you gotta beat some sense into them. Like he took that. He was so upset. He's like, that's a dangerous age. You got to have the talk with her.
Yeah, you know, these women.
They're not even, they're like, you'd be like, hi, Rory. It's so great to meet you. You're so grown up. You're so big. Like, just rich people like children still. Like, maybe they're not the nicest to them.
Yeah.
But kids are still a big deal to these rich ass mean families. They would be excited to see her.
So we're sitting at dinner. And we haven't even gotten to dinner yet. They're in their little sitting area. Everybody's getting their cocktails going. And they're trying to visit.
Parlor?
And sure, the sitting parlor.
They're in the parlor.
They're in the parlor.
Not the sitting parlor. No one says that.
They do now.
My rich friends would laugh at you.
I laugh in the face of danger.
I turn my nose at you. Is that what he says?
What is that from?
In Monty Python.
Oh, I don't know.
I flick my nose at you. He says something like that. I don't know. I'll remember it. I'll remember
that was
it,
a good
guys.
quote.
And then I'll say it and you're going to laugh.
Excellent. I'm already laughing. I'm preemptively laughing.
Oh, is it like, I aim my farts at you?
Oh, that's different than nose.
I don't know.
So we're sitting.
I fart in your general direction. That's it.
Is that what it is?
And yeah, but I kind of went a little Jamaican there. I didn't mean to. It was supposed to be French.
Racist.
Can you say it?
No.
You have a good. I fart in your general direction.
That's perfect. I don't think I need to correct it.
That was really bad. Okay, moving on.
So we're sitting in the parlor. Everybody has their cocktails, and Richard or George, Emily are trying to brag about Rory.
What's in those cocktails? Jose?
Tequila?
Yeah. Was it Jose Cuervo or whatever?
Okay.
Is that it? That's what's in those cocktails.
Well, I think there was martinis, and that would not be Jose.
Okay, well, later when they had sex, he was like, did that sex not mean anything to you? And she was like, it showed me Jose Cuervo still works its magic.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So they were drinking tequila.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I expected her parents to have much fancier tequila, but that's
true.
That's what they're stocked up on. You open their thing, it's just Fireball, Malibu.
Okay, so anyways, we're
Smirnoff
sitting in the parlor,
Ice.
and everybody has their drinks.
Oopsies.
And Richard and Emily are trying to brag about Rory to these grandparents that should care. And they're rich, hoity-toity grandparents. I don't know why Richard and Emily didn't say that she was going to Chilton. It was just like, yeah, and she goes to one of the finest schools. It's like, say she goes to Chilton.
She goes to Chilton.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
And even though she might be shy or uncomfortable right now, they will know that she's at least smart because she goes to Chilton.
But then they're like, say it for yourself, Rory.
Well, yeah, then they all like stare at her as like, entertain us, please. Show us how smart you are.
No, yeah, she was like, she can run circles around you or whatever. And then they expect her to say something. What? Why wouldn't you,
expect her to
start a conversation about politics? Start a conversation about like what you're waiting for her to be like. So, what do you think of the economic and political state of the world we live in right now?
Yeah, or like give her a topic.
Yeah,
to
start a conversation.
Ask her, what's your favorite book, or what have you read recently that you like?
So, Rory, what are you up to at school?
Yeah, so they give her nothing, and then, he's like, I'll give you a run for your money, and he turns and he's like, I think my money's safe. What old asshole,
because she didn't talk for like 2 seconds,
says that about his granddaughter? Like, but I have to say this, okay? So the parents suck. They are the worst. They are terrible people. But why did Lorelai have to be like, well, I hate President Bush?
No, I love that, and I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly why.
Because like she started the big fight. It would have been uncomfortable and terrible.
She didn't start the big fight. The other grandfather did, because he chose to turn the George W. Bush thing. That's the right one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The George W. Bush thing into like because then the conversation went normal. Like, where are you working? And then he turns her talking about that into, you're a fuck up, I hate you. Like he made it into the big thing where he, unprompted, brought up all the reasons he basically hates Lorelai and how she fucked over his son's success.
That came after the George Bush line. That's what I'm saying.
But it's the George Bush line happened.
Okay.
And then they were talking about where she works, and she says, well, I actually run an inn. And then he talked about how if she had just gone to the university that her parents wanted her to go to, then she wouldn't be working a blue-collar job. And because of the type of person she is, who chooses to do decisions like that, that's why his son didn't go to Princeton like all of the other men in his family. And then she went into how she's a fuck up. He went into how she's a fuck up. So that old man's crazy. And Lorelai, she shouldn't have brought that up, but it did not start the fight. She brought that up because it was basically like, no one's talking about anything. I don't know what to say, but I know one thing. These people won't like this.
Well, and so that's what I'm getting at.
I love it.
Yes, it's funny, but I think that if we're, especially with your kid there. Yes,
on a real sense, no, you shouldn't have said that.
Like, she is the one that made it blow up.
She made it about her. It's that thing, like, they're so obsessed with themselves.
Yes. Like, if you weren't there, or if Rory wasn't there, then you know what? Lorelai, go ham. These guys suck, and they don't deserve your respect. But if your child is there, and you're trying to reconnect these families a little bit, even if they don't deserve it, when there's a bit of awkward silence, and they're starting to kind of insult Rory, which fair enough. That's my point. He insulted Rory by saying, I think my money is safe.
And she got upset.
And then she turned around and went, I think George Bush sucks. If she had turned around and said, you know what? You're actually not going to say that about my daughter. She's brilliant. That's a whole different way to start a fight, and it's valid.
Yeah, you see how happy Lorelai got when Richard, I had to look at, what's your friend's name?
Michaela.
Michaela. If not that she'd be listening to this.
She does listen. That's why she made you the thing.
Michaela, I had to look at the mug to know which name was right.
Because if you missed it, Michaela made Zoe a mug of Richard's face, but it says George under it because Zoe for 2 episodes kept calling him George.
I think for more. So I had to look at it to know that it's Richard. Lorelai was so happy that Richard defended her, that she thought Richard was defending her later. No, I know. Okay. I'm saying, hey, oh, girl, it made you so happy when Daddy defended you. You couldn't do that for your kid?
Yeah.
You couldn't do that for your daughter? Interesting. Yeah. The exact thing that you were upset with your parents for doing your whole childhood, you did to Rory, and then you had to make it about you. And if it was her way of saying, let's pick on me to keep this off of my daughter, then that's just really toxic and horrible, and I hate it.
Yeah. She should have defended Rory in that moment instead of causing a scene.
Yeah, she knows her daughter better than anyone. She could have brought up her daughter's achievements.
Because she genuinely, I hate to say it because I hate those parents so much, and they took it to a level they shouldn't have, and they came in rude. It was
very inappropriate.
But she was who triggered the fight. Yeah. She was who made it bad.
And she's not dumb. She grew up with both families. Well, she fucking knows.
And we just this was the first episode where Richard says that she was the brightest in her class. Mm-hmm. That's another thing that is kind of blew my mind, is wait. So you were Rory level smart, if not smarter, because you were the smartest in your class, and this is how you behave? Yeah. This is, you act like you didn't come from this world. I feel like maybe her not standing up for Rory right away and kind of cowering was and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more later on. I saw a lot of unhealed child Lorelai in this episode, which I actually think shows a huge testament to how great Laura Graham's acting is in this episode. Because you really do see her crumple and become little girl. Oh my God, they're yelling at me again. One thing I want to point out, because we kind of missed it, is when they first sit down, the other parents aren't there, and Richard and Emily are talking to Christopher and Rory and Lorelai. And they make a comment of how they hope Rory inherits Christopher's good business sense. Yeah. Well, we hope we get that from your father at least. And I'm sitting there going, they don't know that his business has failed this time, but they know that his business is half. He has not been successful. He's in his 30s. Yeah. But Lorelai has worked her way up in a business to now running the business and has put herself through business school.
But she's a woman.
But she has no business sense.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah. So that just pissed me off. But I think that's the point. I think that was the whole point of the scene. But it
is just sexism.
I was and also they just hate Lorelai for some reason. But
sexism. That's exactly what it is. It's putting the blame on her for the pregnancy and choosing the life that she had, even though her son was at fault for that. And just because she didn't want to get married doesn't mean he had the right to ditch them. You can still be her father. You can still live with them and not be married or have a relationship with Lorelai.
Or live nearby.
It can literally, I'm just saying, it can be as intimate as living with them, but having your own room.
He also, if he wasn't involved, actually, hold up. Yeah, let's backtrack a bit. He wasn't pregnant. He's a man. Okay?
Guys, he did not give birth to Rory.
He didn't. So why the fuck could he not go to Princeton? Lorelai took off pregnant, or when Rory was young. Christopher was never involved. She didn't marry him. He didn't live with them and take care of them and raise them. He still could have gone to school.
I'm going to say it was probably either it was reputation, like they pulled him out because they were afraid of what people were going to say. But, or his parents might have refused to help pay child support. And then he would have to work. And maybe that kept him out of Princeton.
Yeah,
because he was trying
we
to
get a bit more answers to that, because that's just like a whole lot of maybe.
I got crazy spoilers for future episodes with him.
Before we keep going to the next scene after we've thrown out the parents, my favorite quote was actually from right before they enter, when Richard and Christopher first re-meet in the, like, they're saying hello to each other. And he asks Richard how he's been or how he is. And Richard goes, better than some, not as good as some. And Christopher pipes in, and annoyed with all. And I just think that is like my new, like, how are you doing? I'm like, better than some, not as good as some, and annoyed with all.
Yeah. Like, I love that.
It's like really,
Michaela
really
put
funny.
that on a mug.
Yeah, put it on a shirt.
Bitch.
So the parents are horrific. They insult Lorelai, Rory, don't insult Christopher as much. Richard blows up and throws them out of the house. And they almost go into fisticuffs here, peeps. Fisticuffs. Why I oughta. And Richard went from my W to my L. Not my L, but lost that W so quick.
I will say I knew before he had the conversation with Lorelai afterwards that what he said was why he defended her was why he defended her.
Oh,
like
100%.
When he was like yelling at her and saying all of this stuff, I was like, he doesn't give. It's not about Lorelai. It was as soon as it started to feel like an attack on him.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't.
But I was like, he
W.
finally defended her. But, and again, I'm coming back to, that was some superb acting again from Laura Graham.
And Richard.
And Richard. But my heart broke for her because she comes in thinking her daddy has finally defended her, has seen how she was hurt and broken and how she's not useless and worthless. And she's like, thank you so much, Dad, for doing that for me. And he turns around and is like, you think I did that for you, basically. Like,
I did it for me.
I did it for our reputation. You insulted us.
Yeah.
And there was some things that he finally shared that I think had, like, I was not proud. I was happy he finally shared them. I felt he had points like, he's like, your mother was in bed for weeks. We didn't deserve that, Lorelai. And whether or not he did, I think it's probably the first time that he finally opened up on his, like, actual feelings on it.
Well, he's always been better with that than Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good, but he still made it very much about him and his feelings and his reputation. And she had waited so long to finally get that from him, and it was just snatched away from her. And you see her face break. Yeah. You see her again just become this sad little girl. And so fuck you, Richard.
And then when he decides to leave the conversation unresolved because it's more convenient for him, that's very much a parent thing to do. And that really sucks. That's a real thing. And I felt my heart broke for her in that moment too, because it's like, it's before she would go home and the night would end, and then she'd have to see him a week later, and she knows like they might just have to end up pretending like nothing happened or something like that. And yeah, it's like, okay, so we're going to bed with this unresolved. Like, this isn't, we're not coming to terms. You're not going to try to hear me. And then he's like, well, I'm tired. And it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I can definitely also relate. As I've shared before, I came from a family that didn't know how to say sorry. It was not a word that was used ever. And the conversation would get shut down. I'd be told I was too sensitive, or there would be screaming and yelling, and then it would end in clusterfuckery, and then it would never be talked about again until the next fight, when it would like be brought up
Love that.
as ammo.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I also felt a sensitivity to Lorelai in that scene. I guess teen me has her own healing to do. Again,
Just like Lorelai.
Just like Lorelai. Except I'm not an idiot, because we're moving to the next scene with stupid idiot Lorelai.
Stupid idiot.
She did not hold my sympathy very long, because what do you mean she's now on some balcony fucking her ex-boyfriend.
Her chopped ex-boyfriend. I don't know how Rory came from him because he low-key looks like Kirk.
Yeah, he's not cute and he sucks. Like, he sucks. He hasn't been there for you and your kid. Now you're on a balcony having sex when, hello, why aren't you the one comforting your daughter?
Why aren't you with Luke?
Oh, and
This
also
is
that.
something we forgot to touch on.
No, we were getting to it. It's the next. It's the next part of my notes.
No. That's the next part. But early in the episode, they made the plan.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah,
I must
that's
have been
why,
like writing a note and missed the. Okay.
That's why they had like, or they made it the episode before.
I knew that.
Where she was supposed to that night go like after the dinner, go to Luke's and help him, or during the dinner, and she just forgot. Go to his place and help paint with the new colors that they got. She was supposed to help paint the walls and the shelves and everything, these blues. And she blew him off to go fuck this guy.
So, to be fair, that wasn't her original plan. She blew him off, but by having this dinner planned with family. And that's one thing that also, again, annoys me with her. Is so she remembers the next day. She goes to Luke to apologize. And he's like, why were you really not able to come?
And
was
she
it
makes
for a specific
up a dumb excuse.
Well, and then she owns up to it and she's like, I like forgot or whatever. And he goes like, oh, was it because of a specific someone? And rather than her opening her big adult mouth and going, that specific someone was involved. Yes, I had family dinner. Mm-hmm. It blew up. Rory's other grandparents were there. They were cruel to her. Everyone was crying and upset. It was horrible. And I'm sorry I forgot. That is something Luke would have understood.
Well, but she doesn't communicate herself.
Him insinuating is the reason you didn't come because your husband or your ex-boyfriend has rolled into town, and her looking at him and going, yeah. No, correct him, because that's not exactly what happened.
But also she could have gone over there after dinner.
But she forgot due to the fight. And I don't blame her
I
for
know
forgetting.
due to the fight, but the thing is, if she hadn't had sex with Christopher, she would have gone home anyway. And then she would have remembered.
Like, maybe.
That they were there super late and they spent a bunch of time there and then they went home. I just like, yeah, that really makes me angry. Yeah. But when he asked first, she didn't just tell the truth and say like, yes, it was because of a certain someone. He asks and he's like, what was it this time? And she's like, I like have a good story to this time I saw. And she's like, I went to this place and I sprained my hand and I did this whole thing. And then he looked at her and then she like fessed up basically. And he said, was it with that certain someone? So she's also like, oh, it's so quirky. I'm a liar.
Yeah.
And like the joke is there that he's used to it. And I don't like that dynamic either.
Yeah, when you're so flaky and unreliable, that's not cute. That's not intriguing or mysterious. It's just
lying about it.
Yeah, it's just rude.
Yeah.
So I felt really bad for Luke, and she's so dumb. Like, what do you mean you're sleeping with your ex on the balcony while your daughter is sad downstairs? Like, that would have been a really traumatic experience for Rory and really painful, like so hurtful. So I want to say this is where my W comes in.
W, yes, W's, spam W in the chat.
Spam it. I'm giving my W to Emily, surprisingly.
First W for Emily, good job.
Because she was the only one who went to Rory and told her that she was never the problem.
Yeah.
That
it's actually a very beautiful scene.
It was a beautiful scene. And she's like, there's a lot of regrets. I can't remember the exact wording, but it's like basically there was a lot of regrets. You are never one of them.
Inconveniences,
yeah.
I think.
And it was just a really sweet scene. And then she unpacks the leftovers to make sure Rory eats. She's the only one comforting Rory, who should have been the main source of comfort the whole time. Not the source of comfort, the person being comforted.
And then after talking to her dad, goes and has like and she was drinking more. Like Lorelai went and she drank more on the balcony.
Yeah, it was just very selfish behavior.
It's like literally, and it's supposed to be, oh, they're like teenagers again. They're going and they're drinking because they're sad on the balcony. No, grow the fuck up. This isn't one of those moments where you can sink back into that. It's not cute. It's not acceptable. It's not going to make me empathize with you. You have a child downstairs. Be a mother.
And I literally gave the L to everyone else.
Literally everybody else.
Like Christopher L. Lorelai L, Richard L, the parents L. Everybody else gets an L except I guess Rory and Emily, and only Emily gets my W.
Hi, David.
Yeah, it's my boyfriend, David. We love you.
And then
okay, thanks.
And then they freaking wake up the next day in the house, and Lorelai, I gave best outfit to her jammies.
That's mine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that I looked them up immediately after? I found them online for a lot of money.
That's scary.
On eBay, like hundreds of dollars.
Ew,
I
what?
know.
These
I
people
want
are
them
nuts.
so bad. But yeah, that was my best outfit too. My first
that.
best outfit was her dinner
outfit. Yeah, with the boots.
But then as soon as I saw the pajamas, I'm like, so just so everybody knows, the best outfit, the pajamas we're talking about, they're from like a brand like Nick and Nora or something, and they're I Love Lucy, the chocolate scene all over them.
Yeah,
like
totally.
So super cute.
Oh, my manager just asked me if I can work tomorrow night. I cannot. I'm going prom dress shopping.
Yeah, she's going prom dress shopping with her
my
bestie.
best friend. She's getting her dress
with her best
on.
friend. She got a real new dress.
You don't need no lip.
So final scene. Lorelai and Christopher are talking. And
that is not the final scene.
It is pretty much the final scene.
It's the second to final
Oh
scene.
my God. They're talking. They're fighting. He's being a total loser.
Well, it's the four from the final scene.
What are you talking about?
That's 4 scenes away from the final scene.
All I have is that they kind of get in a fight in the kitchen.
What? They get in a fight in the kitchen.
Yeah, and then he leaves, and then that's it.
And then they're outside. So they get in a fight in the kitchen.
Yeah, and then he leaves, and they say bye.
That's a scene. They're outside by the motorcycle. That's a scene. She's inside. And then she's talking to Rory about whether or not they would get back, and she's like, "Please, please, please." That's a scene. And then she surprises Luke by painting the whole thing. That's a scene.
Wait, she surprises Luke by painting the whole thing?
He shows up later that day, and he opens the place and he's like, "What are you doing here? How'd you get in?" She's like, "The bread man brought me in." And the entire cafe is painted both shades of blue that he wanted, and she apologizes.
I did not see
So
that.
I got in trouble for showing up from school today and finishing the last 5 minutes of
I watched the whole
episode.
thing.
And no, you didn't watch the whole thing. No, you didn't. We used the same service to watch that. You did not finish it. Because after her conversation with Rory about
that's
whether or not...
That's a much better ending.
Yeah, because you saw the scene with Rory and her talking about whether or not they would ever get
and
together.
that's where I thought it ended.
No, it ends. It ends with her painting the whole thing,
cuter.
and then Luke's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Okay, well, and that's how it exactly like that.
That's how it is.
Okay, so then let's start with the fourth to last scene.
Yeah,
they're kind of fighting in the kitchen, and he's such a loser.
Yeah,
the way no, shush. Okay. She confronts him on not having the money to be able to pay for the thing, and he goes, "I can't believe Rory ratted me out." You first of all, loser, don't make your kid lie to her other parent.
That was my thing.
Don't make your kid lie to her other parent to begin with, but then to go, "She ratted me out."
Well,
You're an adult.
and then Lorelai
Grow
says,
up.
"Why were you getting my daughter to lie to me?"
Yeah.
And then he was like, "She's my daughter too."
Yeah, and
that's such a typical man excuse for something.
Lorelai wouldn't ask her to lie to him.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, well, that's actually my daughter too," because it's like he's not focusing on the problem. He's making her. He's now found a reason to make her feel bad about her wording.
And if she's your daughter too, then be around, because one of his next lines is something along the line of, "Seeing her makes it
reminds
harder.
him how much he misses her."
Yeah.
It's seeing her reminds him of how much he misses her.
So he wants to stay away.
That's his excuse. And then Lorelai finds out about his business not being booming.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I was gonna tell you after I got some sales." What?
And then says,
Again,
"Marry me."
Typical man just lying about anything he can to get what he wants from women.
And then trying to marry her. And it's just, it's so
unbelievable.
So he leaves as soon as he's gotten
Gets
there.
on his motorcycle.
It's been like literally 2 days. Literally.
And then one line I want to touch on that Lorelai says is after he lies about the business, he's like, "Well, I didn't want people to know I'm a loser, Lorelai." And then she said, "You're a liar. You're not a loser." And then he was like, "Thank you." And it was this like sentimental moment in the middle. What? I'm sorry.
That's not better.
A man lying to you and your daughter after not being involved, showing up and lying to both of you, lying to the whole town, lying to the parents, and then not defending either of you, and just it reminded me of Ross letting Monica get yelled at by the parents while his life is falling apart.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much that similar situation. And she's like, "You're not a liar. Sorry, you're a liar, but you're not a loser." What? That's unbelievable.
Those two things actually go hand in hand.
And She would never fucking say that.
No.
That was not a Lorelai line.
No.
That was dumb. Whoever wrote that scene is a man. That's nuts.
You're a man.
She's like, we have to remind people that she still, even though they're fighting, she still loves him. Hey, it's women watching this show. We know. Yeah. We know that even though they're fighting, she still loves him.
Yeah, even though he is a loser liar.
Wannabe.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. And then it's the scene with them outside. He lose.
He leaves.
No,
as a
Mom.
loser.
No, Mom. He lies, not lose.
He lies. Anyways, bye, Christopher. Good
Bye.
fucking riddance. See you in a few seasons.
Rat.
Anyways, and then we end with the scene I didn't see.
Then there's Rory. Then
yeah, they talk and they're not going to get back to their blah, blah,
that's
blah.
an important thing because it's Rory saying like, no, Mom, but come on, he has changed. This time's different. Like, don't you think he's capable of change? You could never marry him. What would be so bad about that? Like, give him a chance. He's being good to us and stuff. And Lorelai's like, no, like I know him well. And she's like, but do you? And she's like, obviously I do. And I put shut the fuck up, Rory. She got my L just for that scene. I guess it's supposed to be Richard, or George or whatever. But no, she got my L for that because I know it's supposed to show she's a kid who's happy to have her dad around. And I know most kids have a very different sentimental, sad attachment style to their absent father than I do. I have never cared, but no, like what you're looking at your mother who grew up with this man since she was a baby, a literal infant, and they were hanging out and growing up with each other since they were children. And it just shows Rory's never been in a relationship. That's the thing. Her thing with Dean is so unserious because I've only ever been in a situationship. And even then it's like you know that person. You know their lies and why they do it. You know as soon as you find out one little lie, oh, nothing's changed. And they're still exactly how they were before. They need to grow. Sorry. They need to change. Sorry.
No, don't be. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I think too, like, do you not love and respect your most of the time strong badass mom?
Yeah.
Enough that
what are you doing?
Don't you want better for her than your dipshit dad who's never been around for her, never supported her? She's been the one.
Let her get yelled at in front of his parents.
Why would you want that for her?
Yeah.
And to me, it actually didn't really makes sense to. I feel Rory is too intelligent in a lot of ways to even want that, and they made her juvenile.
And I do think, however, remember how entitled she is.
She is very entitled.
In that moment, it's that like.
But what about me?
Yeah, no, Mom. Like
they're both very entitled.
You don't know him, and think about that's my Dean. Think about it, it's like you don't, and that actually connects with daddy issues. No, that's my Dean. You don't know him like I do. Because like, oh, but we have a good relationship.
Yeah.
Or like, I can see that he's changed.
Yeah.
And it did, I was upset that Lorelai was like, keep the blankets out for tonight. You never know. He may come back. I know it was just to make Rory feel good, but it's like, that bitch ain't coming back. Yeah. I promise you.
Stop with the false hope.
He's embarrassed.
And while we're here, Santa isn't real.
Santa is not real. Rory, grow up. You're 16.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So we end the scene with the show with the scene my mom did not get to see.
Yeah, wow.
Which is Lorelai goes back to the cafe. Luke walks in. She scares the shit out of him. And he sees that the whole place is painted. So the walls are now a light blue. Excuse me, I burped again. And the cabinets are a dark blue. And I wrote in my notes that the cafe looks so good in those shades of blue.
Very cute. Yeah. I feel like I'd like to see that scene so I feel a little better about the episode.
It's really, really cute.
I know. It ends it in a bit more of a happy note because I rated this episode 4 cups for the acting, but 3 cups because the whole episode pissed me off.
Oh, yeah. 4 cups for the acting, but like 1 cup. I would never watch this again.
No, this is a terrible episode, but that ending would have helped it for me.
If the whole episode was the ending, yeah.
If the whole episode was just them painting just the restaurant together.
How the fuck
did you paint it all by yourself so fast?
Her lazy ass, who was drinking last night and sleeping around with this man, wakes up early enough to fight with her ex, have an argument with her child, wish him goodbye, do whatever she did inside the house, go to his cafe, put away all the stuff, paint the entire place. It's about 3 coats for each wall, each cabinet, all the little crevices, in time for him to show up to open.
I feel like it would have been the second day.
I don't
But you know what?
No.
I'm going to go watch. I'll report back on
I
my
don't
thoughts
know.
of the
Yeah.
last 5 minutes of the fourth to the last.
The fourth to the last.
Anyway,
May the fourth
so what
be with
you rating
you.
this a 1?
Yes.
I'm not going to go that low.
I'm not going to settle for any higher. This is where we part.
This is where we part ways.
Yeah.
There was no music. This episode really was just kind of a bummer.
But they did mention The Offspring and Metallica.
Oh,
so,
okay. We'll put it on Offspring. Give it to me, baby.
And why not Metallica?
Because I hate Metallica.
So we are going to put Metallica. And she doesn't listen to Metallica, so she doesn't actually
I've
hate
listened
Metallica.
to them before you were
listened,
born.
You've listened to more than an album's worth of their songs?
I've listened to an album.
Which album?
I don't remember the name, but I listened to it because a guy I liked was really into them and I wanted to impress him.
That's
so I
not
listened to
how
an
you
entire
get
album.
into music, because the
and
whole
then I
time
wanted
you're
to die.
thinking of it through his perspective.
Okay, I
like,
don't want to talk about this.
This
hate
is,
Metallica.
and then you start picturing him jamming out to Metallica in his room, and then that's
I see a
ugly.
picture of Jackie.
To Metallica.
Gross. Anyway,
Ride the lightning.
fine. We will put it on one Offspring and one Metallica song. Again, you can follow our Spotify
Jerking off
playlist.
to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Stop. Well, we have a Spotify playlist that we're building with our favorite songs throughout all the episodes, and then once we travel, we're gonna add to it as well, so you guys can kind of listen along with us.
Have you been adding these?
I have
Everything we
been.
say? Okay, good. Because I was thinking like, oh, we're gonna have to go through every episode.
Nope,
to
I've been
find
adding
the
them.
song.
The playlist literally exists. It's Where You Lead podcast playlist on
Go
Spotify.
find it.
So yeah, go find it. And that is it. That is all.
That is all.
We are going to again try our best to be a bit more consistent now that the
Oh
holidays
shit! We
are
started
through.
theater, by the way. We didn't
Oh,
say that. We started our production of The Wizard of Oz. We are 2 rehearsals in, so we did
are
our
so
read through.
unorganized.
Yeah,
on
we
this
did.
podcast. It's
Our
chaos.
ADHD, no. We. What was that?
But yeah,
Yeah.
we started we have had 2 rehearsals,
And that's it.
and you know what? It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's all right. You want to do it? You want to do the ending?
But we're getting there. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your week and have a great weekend.
Yeah. Thank you for
Again,
listening today.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Hope you
Please
liked it.
follow us on TikTok, on Instagram. Please email us if you are fluent in Europe.
If you're fluent in all of Europe.
Please, we need help. And this again, thank you for continuing to tune in, and we will see you guys again hopefully next week. La, 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 la.
How
All
does it sound?
That sounds,
Let me know.
yeah. I don't even know what to say to you anymore.
It's okay.
All right, goodbye, my baby. You are
Love
the Rory
you.
to my Lorelai.
You're the Rory to my Lorelai to my Rory.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.